Hello, Art2 here. We're going to talk about week 6, assignment 11, pastel painting. Also, assignment 12 is pastel with water. That's where you use the chalk pastel with water. There's going to be a video about it I'll post, so look for that. Basically, you're going to draw or paint. They call it painting with pastels. So paint with pastel, chalk. Once you're done, take a brush with some water in a container, a little water, and like using it like watercolor, add the water to the chalk dust and move it around and paint with it wherever you will in your painting. And it'll move the chalk dust around and it'll start acting like a paint. You'll see paint strokes in there and it'll move it around and give you a different look to the actual marks you're making, other than how you applied it as chalk. So when you add the water, it starts acting like a paint. So I want you to try that with part of your painting. Doesn't have to be the whole thing. Could be just part of it. Okay. Otherwise, number 11, pastel painting, is with the oil pastels because you won't be able to use the water with that. Oil doesn't mix with water. So that's not going to be the water. Here's some images of chalk pastels. There's very many of them. You can go into Bing yourself and look at these up and enlarge them to really take a good look at them. Uh, Lots of lights and dark tints and shades in here from using different versions of the same color, light and dark of the same color, green or whatever, blue, pink, orange, whatever you're using. Find a darker chalk to use, and you could use that as well. Many different ideas. They blend really well with each other, and you can do just about anything you want. So there's plenty of ideas here, right? Portraits, abstract. With the chalk, I want you to use a little water in it with a brush. So you take a brush with a little water and you start moving the chalk dust around because you'll see it's dusty from the chalk. Okay? And move it around and see what you can get out of it. This actually could have been an idea like that. So I'll have a video for that, and then look for that, and then so you get your ideas. But you can go to Bing anytime and look up what I'm putting in, chalk or oil pastel paintings. There's the oil. It kind of looks the same, but in a lot of ways it's more a saturated hue. You got to really gouge it in. You got to press hard most of the time, initially anyway, to get it into the paper. So you don't have white specks from the paper showing through your oil pastels. You don't want that because it looks amateur. It's not going to look finished. Certainly not going to look like a painting when you do that. You really want to press hard to get the oil out of the pastel into your paper. Okay. Here's a little video where they're moving it around with your finger. You can move the oil around a little bit with your finger if you press hard enough. Or you can use a smudge tool like they're using, or a Q-tip, or maybe just a rag over your finger to move it around if you want to. You don't have to, but it can move like that, and you can blend it that way a little bit better. So if you're seeing a lot of the white specks in there, try to move it around with your finger in one direction, kind of smoothly, dragging your finger over it or a smudger tool, and try to get rid of all the white paper specks that you may see through it. Okay? You don't want to have those white paper specks in there. They're not going to look good. It's not going to look finished, okay? Lots of ideas, abstract, many abstracts in here. Just blending the colors back and forth. Blue into purple into yellow and, back and forth. Look at all this. So get creative. Check that out. Use the oil for one. Use the chalk for the other with a little water in parts of it, okay? You can't use water with the oil. Just remember that. Well, if you try it, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's try tree pastel paintings, because that is the homework. Here's the homework again. Tree or trees. One tree or many trees. Work that into a homework. Here's pastels again. It's probably various ones. So you could use both, chalk and oil. Maybe you want to use the water in the chalk and oil in another part of it. You can do that. You can mix these up. They're not going to mix together very well, but on the paper you could put an oil part and a chalk part and a water part and mix it around like that. So look how colorful and how wonderful that is. It's beautiful. Warm and cool colors. Back and forth. Reflection in the water. Reflection on the snow, if that's snow. Might be. Very nice. Okay, so get some ideas. Go to Bing. Put in, like I did, tree pastel paintings, oil pastel paintings, chalk pastel paintings. Look at the videos because I'm going to show a couple of videos of blending chalk and oil and techniques with oil, and then also one using water in chalk. All right? Okay.